Hello, friends. Welcome to what we're calling What Works and What Doesn't. I am Alex Stadnik, and I am joined by the No More Heroes 3, I almost said director. False! The reviewer!
I'm not Studa.
Yeah, you are not.
As much as I wish, I am not that smart, and I don't have that kind of vision. So
You are smart just in other ways,
Yeah.
you know? Not everyone can be Suda 51. But John Carson is here. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I am so good. You are
Good.
currently
I'm
writing...
awesome.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. You are currently writing the review for No More Heroes 3 for Game Informer, and I wanted to get you on the video side because I know you have thoughts. We're not going to do a normal review, right? But I think this is a good place to get those kind of feelings out. So, sir, take it away. What's good in this game? What can fans be excited for No More Heroes 3?
Yeah, I think those who have played No More Heroes in the past are going to find a lot to love here. It's still eccentric and really loves to revel in references and video game, everything about video games and anime and all of that. A lot of the things that impressed me the most about this game are in its presentation. The game opens up with a Ghibli-esque animation, kind of introducing the villain as like a little like a variation on E.T. Like he shows up on Earth as like this little fluff ball. This kid named Damon rescues him and helps him get build a spaceship and return home. And this dude comes back and he's just a huge asshat when he returns. He's just like this smarmy space criminal who wants to come in and conquer Earth. So he's brought a group of assassins with him to take down Travis Touchdown, who is the lone defender of Earth.
The lone defender. Okay.
I mean, he's the top assassin. He's already made his way through the ranks a couple of times in the previous games. So he's kind of Earth's strongest defense against these guys. So they are then ranked as like a galactic assassin ranking, and as Travis, you are knocking them out from 10 to 1 and making your way through. That premise is fun. It gives you a nice little goalpost as you play through, and the game's just really it's funny. There's a lot of style to it, like a lot of pixelated menus and references to like Mega Man or wrestling or each the game plays out episodically, so there's like an opening credit sequence whenever you start each day, and after you beat each boss, there's an anime closing,
cool
with like this cool scrolling art and like Japanese credits, and it just has this really cool feel to it.
For sure. And you are liking where the story is, where it's gone. You've beat the game now, correct?
Yes, I've finished the game now.
If that's getting into later stuff, we can get into later stuff.
That might just be one of my complaints with the game, is I don't feel it really moves the goalpost for Travis that much. Like, being the protagonist, it's his third adventure. He's done everything. So a lot of the story kind of centers around Fu, who is that alien prince who comes back, and his friend Damon and all of his alien cohorts. But some stuff does happen with Travis, but I don't think it really. I don't think people are gonna get much from his end of the story, which I find to be a bit disappointing. But it does seem to set up stuff for maybe a later game. So.
Oh, a little No More Heroes 4.
Not to get spoilery or anything, but I think there's more down the line, which I think is cool.
Is there gameplay highlights we can touch on too? Are you liking like the combat? We've talked a lot about the goofiness, right? But like, does that translate well? Like, what's the deal with that?
It does. So Travis still has like his beam katana that he's always had. You have to like charge it up through battle. Like it does have like a battery life to it, so you do have to stop to if you're using motion controls, shake it to charge it, or I shouldn't just be doing that motion a bunch on camera. But that's also the joke. Like this game's super goofy. Like battles are simple. There are a bunch of different enemy types that have different ways of taking them down and different strategies you need to apply or to use against them. But they're entertaining enough. The real highlight are going to be like the boss battles. They'll take place in big set piece moments. They have their own little story hooks and their own like special places where they take place, and they have their own special mechanics. So there's one early on who uses like magnetic polarity, and so you need to keep track of like if he's on like north or south polarity and where you're positioned in the arena to either like attract things from him or like push him into obstacles to then attack them.
Okay.
Just those are really, really fun and really got me through some of the more mundane and boring parts of the game, which there are some of those,
Okay.
which has always kind of been a part of No More Heroes. Between each assassin mission, Travis has to do some quests and collect some money to pay for a registration fee to then fight those assassins.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do things like pick up trash or mow lawns. All that stuff's still in here.
For sure.
Which those are either going to be kind of fun to kind of boring in my experience. The one thing that kind of drags the experience down though for me is the open world.
Okay.
Like you are driving from place to place, from point to point, from mission to mission in this open world that performs very poorly.
Oh no.
You're getting
Okay.
like 10 frames per second as you're driving through, or less at points.
Yeah.
It's really rough. Also, there's nothing to do outside of those like mission points, so you have to like go talk to somebody, and then it transports you into whatever mission you're doing. Everything out in the world is maybe there's a collectible here and there, but it's so dull out there that it really. If I wasn't reviewing it, it probably would have put me off of the game.
Wow. Okay.
But
Gotcha.
having played through it all, I'm glad that I did.
Good.
Because those big boss fights and those quirky moments are just worth it to see. I think I really like Suda's sense of humor and his style, and I think that's one of the driving forces of the series, and it's all intact here. So.
Good. So it sounds like to me what you're saying is if you're a fan of this, you kind of already aware of some of those not so great moments in the series and
Right.
what you're talking about, right? So
you might be conditioned to work through those a little bit easier than
Okay.
others. I would
Gotcha.
say that people who are new to the series, there are a lot of good things and a lot of fun things in here, and you can play it just fine, not knowing stuff. But there are character callbacks and references that if you didn't play the first few games, or even what was it, Travis Strikes Back
Mhm.
or Travis Strikes Again that came out on Switch last year.
yeah.
There's
I think
characters
that's
from
right.
that show up here too. So
Okay.
it does behoove you to start from the beginning and work your way to No More Heroes 3, and I think this is a good reason to go and do that. But
Okay.
I don't know if it's a great entry point for newcomers.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's not quite like something like The Witcher 3, which just basically throws you in and you're good with, with some nice callbacks to Last Wish and that kind of stuff. So, okay.
Right. Where that definitely benefits you for knowing stuff, but you don't need to. With this, there are very specific callbacks. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, I think that's a pretty good look. Do you have any final thoughts on No More Heroes 3 that you want to share with us, or does that pretty much cover it?
I think that pretty much covers it. I think it's fun. Combat's fun. It's really just exploring the world that is rough. Which is weird because for how poorly like that part performs, like battles are super smooth and super fluid and work super well. I've only had like one or two performance issues in those, and they didn't really detract from the whole at all. So
Cool.
yeah, but that's about it.
Awesome. Well, sir, thank you so much. If you want a little bit more concise, non-discussion version of this, the review is on the site. You can go check that out either soon or now. It should be up around the time of this video. John, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Viewers, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You know the damn thing at this point, but we appreciate it. We love you for it, and we will see you next time. Thanks, everyone.